Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac. I think I'll let the narrator take this one because I'm sure he's going to do my joke somewhere along the way.
When last we saw the dynamic duo, they were in the Penguin's catapult, about to be launched over Gotham City, and land like a pair of squashed tomatoes with Penguin's cameras set to record their horrible death. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the smashing climax.
No? Well, maybe someone will do it during the escape.
Holy cliffhangers, Batman! Aren't you even gonna try to get loose?
What's the cube root of pi, Robin?
Batman has given up and decided he wants to go out on an intellectual note, however meaningless.
A cube root of pi at a time like this?
Never mind, I just remembered it.
What are you doing?
No, he's doing calculus in his head. Because when you're Batman, you can do that, and don't you ever doubt it.
We're about to be launched all the way across Gotham City.
Exactly, Robin. I'm computing our trajectory. According to my computations, we should land about 30 yards south of the intersection of Mulberry and 7th Streets.
And they'll need a blotter to soak up our remains.
As you recall, Robin, I spent last week testing the remote control unit of the Batmobile.
Do you still have that gadget strapped to your wrist?
Since it's the precise gadget we need right now, of course he does. So his plan is to splat on the Batmobile's hood instead of on the street. Good idea.
Fortunately, yes, and we're about to give it the acid test.
The Batmobile drives itself to the target area just as the rope burns through. We use the best dolls and string that money can buy.
Holy suborbit, Batman! It's raining down there!
No catapult in the world is strong enough to throw two full-size humans up above the clouds. What he really saw was a little kid spraying ants with a hose. Hurry up, kid. I have places to be. I cannot believe it. Not one single joke about a catapult. George Takei, where were you when we needed you? Oh, right, he was in space. I suppose that's a good excuse. That trampoline, on the other hand, there is no excuse. A few weeks ago, 6 people hid in that trunk. In season 1, Penguin filled it with a room full of wedding gifts. And now we discover that on top of being able to hold all that, it has a full-size trampoline built into it. I would have found it more believable if Batman had been experimenting with ways to convert their capes into parachutes. That at least would have had the advantage of being physically possible. At headquarters, O'Hara is ready to lock up Penguin for attempted murder ×2. Batman says no, if we put him in prison now, we'll never find the stolen armor. Plus, he doesn't think the armor is the Penguin's ultimate goal, and he wants to know what it is. So he and Robin are going to head back to Penguin and resume work on the movie. Penguin is excited to have him back.
Ah! Out of my office, quick! Out, out!
I'm sorry you feel that way, Penguin.
If you're not out of my office in 10 seconds, I'll call my bouncers, and you'll really know how I feel. Oh, move!
In the outer office, Batman makes sure the intercom is on.
This is terrible, Robin. I don't know what I'll do now.
You'll get over it, Batman.
No, I won't. Old chum, I've been bitten by the bug.
Where's the music coming from?
Showbiz?
Yes. Yes, it's in my blood now. I want to get back in front of those cameras. I want to see my name in lights.
Bruce, what? I mean, uh-oh.
Batman. Headlines in the movie trade papers. Big premieres. Academy Awards. I'm afraid I've got it bad, Robin, baby.
Well, if that's not convincing, I don't know what will be.
The smell of the grease paint. The roar of the crowd.
Laying it on a little thick, aren't we?
I'd do anything to get back in front of those cameras.
Oh, the Batman.
His acting is just bad enough that it works. Penguin changes his mind, welcomes him back, and gives him the script. Meanwhile, in Central Park,
Aunt Hilda, what's wrong with that one?
for one thing, I'm pretty sure that's a frog.
He's too young, dearie. My potion requires a very old toad.
How can you tell their age anyway?
There are ways, dearie. There are ways.
Well, how long are we going to have to wait?
Last time I waited 2 weeks.
You can't be too discerning when it comes to toads, you know.
Oh, that's just dandy.
Have you ever considered knitting, dearie? Wonderful pastime.
Perhaps you should try and knit us a few old toads, darling.
The script has moved from ancient Rome to the Middle Ages. Batman and Robin find themselves being wardrobed appropriately.
Batman, you stick with me, I'll make a star out of you.
Don't worry, Penguin. I'll stick with you, all right?
These suits of armor aren't part of the museum collection, are they, Batman?
No, Robin, this is quite ordinary armor.
Penguin calls them over to him. Don't you love how everything comes with a nice big label to tell you what it is? Without that, the gang might have grabbed the wrong thing.
It's a magnet, Batman.
And here Batman thought it was a wad of gum on a stick. Once again, we see Robin's complete mastery of the obvious. Penguin has them hoisted up into the air and leaves them there because he has someplace else to be.
Right now, I have a little appointment with General Magruder at the Hexagon. It seems the good general also has a yen to be a movie actor.
He brings out his men who are now dressed in that stolen armor. He plans to take them with him and steal something from the Hexagon. In the general's office, Penguin is feeding the general a flattering load of horse dookie.
Here, Rita. Just a moment. Would you turn your head to one side, please?
Huh?
You just turn your head just a little to one.
Oh.
Ah, there, that is magnificent, that profile.
The general swallows every chewy pellet and calls in his aide.
Yes, sir.
I know him. He's Robert Hastings, who played Lieutenant Carpenter, Captain Binghamton's aide on McHale's Navy. That was the show that made Tim Conway famous. I've been thinking about doing an Adamania type retrospective on it. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Mr. Penguin is shooting a very important film. I want you to give him your utmost cooperation.
Of course, sir.
Now, if you two gentlemen have no objection, I'd like to shoot the first scene in Room X.
Room X. Oh, but, sir, Room X is right.
He's not supposed to know where Room X is, even though it's obvious he already knows a lot more about it than he should.
That chin!
What?
Did you see that chin, General? That is magnificent. It works from either side.
Unfortunately, Penguin was a little too rough and broke the major's neck, killing him instantly. The general had him arrested, tried, and hanged before the day was out. Batman was never the same.
Well, now tell me, when do you retire, Major?
Well, in about 5 years, sir. Why?
I want you to promise me not to sign with any other producer, because Penguin Productions is willing to offer you an exclusive 5-year contract.
Oh, my goodness.
I thought you said you were going to sign me to a 5-year contract.
Did I say that, General?
Yes.
I must be out of my mind. We want you for a 10-year contract.
Mine's bigger than yours.
Now, about Room X?
I think that might be arranged. Major?
Oh, yes, sir. Of course, sir. Oh, I agree, sir.
That kind of groveling and brown-nosing was the Carpenter character's signature. Naturally, he was always the butt of a big percentage of the jokes, always came out on the losing end with the main characters, and was always in trouble with the captain, usually because the captain screwed up something and decided to blame Carpenter. I can't imagine it was an easy role to play, but Hastings pulled it off perfectly, so much so that one moment you wanted to backhand him and the next moment you wanted to tell the guys to ease up on him because you felt bad for him. He's doing much the same thing with this character because right now I want to smack him and tell him to get his head out of his Hollywood, but I know later on he's going to be in deep trouble and I feel bad for him because he seems so sincere and nice. I can't help wondering if the character was written that way or if that's what he brought to it. Either way, he did an excellent job. There's nothing unusual about Room X, so Penguin asks, why all the secrecy?
Oh, it's quite ordinary, sir. But room X connects with room Y.
And room Y connects with room Z.
And inside room Z, we have...
I think that's enough, Major.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that, sir.
Why are you telling him any of this? Are you guys paying attention to yourselves? Penguin finally reveals his hand.
All right, crew, come on in.
I don't understand this, Mr. Penguin.
Sorry, General, that's show business. All right, men, room Z is the one we want. Through that door.
Stop! Stop!
Whatever it is, it's what he was really after. Thankfully, good military training teaches you to keep a cool head and think clearly in such a situation.
They're heading for room Z. Beasley, call the cavalry.
Sir, we haven't had any cavalry since 1910.
Oh, well, call the army.
Yes. Sir, we are the army.
Well, get some men up here. Don't just stand there.
Yes, sir. Men!
Like that. What's in room Z?
Room Z at last. Watch the door, boys. I'll find the little item we want, and we'll get out of here.
Secret documents and plans and such. We still don't know what Penguin's after in there, but the general is determined not to let him have it. The soldiers arrive.
Now we're going to charge up that hill and through that door and capture the enemy. All right, men? Charge!
There's 6 of them and 4 of Penguin's men. This shouldn't be hard. Why did they come back out? Why didn't they just block the door?
Their chain armor seems to be impervious to our lead. After the men, charge!
Back with the dangling duo, Batman found a loose fastener on his armor. It's not enough to get him out of it, and for some convenient reason it's not attracted to the giant magnet.
But remember, this magnet is powered by electricity.
What good does that do us?
It depends on how good my aim is and whether someone left that empty lamp plugged in.
Not only plugged in, but switched on, all without a bulb. Could happen.
That's an impossible shot, Batman.
That's a negative attitude, Robin.
Told you.
We must get down to the Hexagon.
In these things?
We can't waste precious minutes getting out of them.
So we'll run like pregnant geese instead and take twice as long to get there as we would have if we had taken a moment to take the armor off. Batman logic at its best. They get to the Batmobile and arrive at the Hexagon. Sorry, you have no idea how hard it is to say that with a straight face. Just as Penguin and company get away, the general gives them a quick summary and they're off to chase Penguin and return whatever it is he took.
They may not be the Air Force, Major, but they're the closest thing to it in Gotham City.
Well, they do have their own helicopter.
Should we use the Bazooka, Batman?
Doesn't that mean they have to stop, get out, set it up, aim it, and all that? Have we upgraded the Bazooka for Season 2?
I don't think we'll need it, Robin. As usual, Penguin has overlooked a vital fact. That truck he's driving is too light to support all that armor. One more high-speed turn, and I'm sure his tires will go.
Lucky we have heavy duties in the Batmobile.
Yeah, lucky. That's what it is. Lucky.
You were right, Batman.
That last turn triggered a really big noise that had no visible effect on the vehicle. Penguin and crew abandon their van and head through an alley. He gives whatever it is to one of the men and says, "Take it to the hideout. I'll hold him off while you get away." As quick as he has them down, he gasses them. Let's keep in mind that all this is happening because Batman wouldn't take 1 minute to take that stupid armor off. Without it, they could have dodged those barrels easily, and now they're in it. Penguin hires a scrap metal hauler to take them, still in their armor so they look like old props, to the crushing machine. Tamp down, crunch thoroughly, and smash flat. Those are standard settings on all such machines. We see what it does, then we see Batman and Robin dropped into it along with loads of other items. The lid closes and we have a second cliffhanger.
Tune in tomorrow for the crushing finish. Same bat time, same bat channel.
I was wondering how we were going to get back on track. We have another 3-parter. I'm okay with that. Penguin is one of the best villains we have. And it's worth watching the whole episode to see Marsha, Queen of Diamonds, in the park chasing toads. I hope we get more of that before we're done. I only know one way to find out. I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.